Life is full of challenges, and sometimes it can feel overwhelming, like everything is spiraling out of control. But what if I told you there's a way to stay calm, strong, and unshaken no matter what life throws at you? That's the power of Stoicism. For centuries, ancient Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus mastered the art of inner peace, and their teachings remain just as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. In a world that constantly tests your limits, Stoicism offers the tools to rise above the chaos and live a life grounded in purpose and resilience. Whether you're dealing with stress, managing relationships, or searching for direction, the Stoic mindset can transform how you approach everything. If you've ever felt overwhelmed or stuck, now is the time to take control. Today, I'm sharing practical Stoic strategies to help you elevate your life, step by step. But before we dive in, if you appreciate what we're doing here, I kindly ask that you hit that subscribe button and stay with me through the entire video, because each strategy builds on the last. Now I get it. You're busy. Responsibilities pile up, work doesn't stop, and there are always people who need your attention. But here's the hard truth. If you don't make yourself a priority, no one else will. You've probably heard the saying, "You can't pour from an empty cup." And it's true. If you're constantly putting yourself last, you will eventually run out of energy, focus, and even motivation. Prioritizing yourself isn't selfish. It's essential to ensure you're in the best shape, physically, mentally, and emotionally, so you can fully show up for what and who matters most in your life. Start small. Take a few moments every morning for yourself, whether it's through meditation, writing down your goals, or simply taking a deep breath and setting an intention for the day. It's your time. Begin with affirmations, even if they feel awkward at first. Stand in front of the mirror and say, "I am worthy," or "I rise above challenges." Over time, your mind starts to believe what you repeatedly tell it, which rewires your brain for long-term resilience and confidence. A crucial part of making yourself a priority is setting boundaries. We all have people or situations that drain our energy. Learning to say no to things that don't serve you is a game changer. It frees up space for what truly matters, the things that energize and inspire you. You're not a backup character in your own story. When you prioritize yourself, you lay the foundation for everything else in your life to thrive. The better you take care of yourself, the more you can give back to others. It's a win-win. Now ask yourself, how can you start making your needs a priority? What small steps can you take today to ensure you're not running on empty? Enhancing your appearance, for example, isn't about vanity. It's about showing up as the best version of yourself. It's about how you present yourself to the world and how that affects your confidence. When you feel good about how you look, you stand taller, speak with more certainty, and approach challenges with strength. It's not about chasing perfection, but about finding authenticity in how you present yourself. Your personal style is an extension of who you are. It doesn't have to be about trends or spending a lot of money. It's about self-respect and taking control of what you can. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what's within our control, and your appearance is one of those things. When you feel put together on the outside, it often reflects your internal state of being. It's not about impressing others. It's about how you show up for yourself. Something as simple as smiling is more powerful than you might think. Smiling, even when you don't feel like it, can trigger the release of mood-boosting chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. It's not about pretending everything's perfect, but about choosing how you respond to life's challenges. Smiling in difficult situations shows that you're in control of your attitude, which is a core Stoic principle. Setting boundaries is another crucial tool for protecting your peace. Not everyone in your life will have your best interests at heart, and some may drain your energy. Just because someone is difficult or negative doesn't mean you have to be. You can stay kind while setting limits. Stoicism teaches us that we can only control ourselves, not others, and part of that control involves managing how much access others have to us. When life becomes overwhelming, remember that calmness in the middle of chaos is your superpower. Stoicism reminds us that while we can't control external events, we can always control how we respond. Stressful situations will happen, but you have the power to maintain clarity and composure. Simple techniques like breathing exercises or reframing the situation in a larger context, e.g., will this matter in 5 years, can instantly reduce stress and help you regain control. Ultimately, living a Stoic life means setting your own course based on your values, not what society expects. Get clear on what truly matters to you, and align your actions with those values. Stoicism also reminds us that growth happens through discomfort. Embracing challenges is how we become more resilient and strong. And along the way, remember to nurture your sense of humor. Life can be heavy, but humor lightens the load, helps you keep perspective, and shows that you're resilient enough to laugh in the face of adversity. Living with integrity, setting boundaries, and making your stand requires courage. In a world that constantly tries to dictate how you should live, it takes strength to stay true to your values. Stoicism is about living your principles, not just talking about them. It's about showing respect to others, maintaining kindness, and preserving your peace no matter what. So, take control of your life. Embrace these Stoic strategies and you'll find that no matter what life throws at you, you'll remain grounded, focused, and unstoppable. In a world where everyone is constantly talking, the simple act of listening becomes a rare and impactful gift. Genuine listening shows people that you value them, which naturally fosters mutual respect. It's not just about waiting for your turn to speak, but truly understanding the other person's words. Respect begins with giving someone your undivided attention. Another crucial aspect of respect is learning to disagree without being hostile. It's normal not to agree with everyone, but how we handle those disagreements is key. You can stand firm in your beliefs without being rude or dismissive. It's all about communicating with calmness and reason. The Stoics mastered this art, believing in holding to principles with poise. In your next disagreement, focus on the issue, not the person. Respect can diffuse tension and create more productive conversations. Respect also manifests in small gestures, being on time, acknowledging efforts, or simply saying thank you. These little actions show you value others' time, energy, and contributions. Respect is a two-way street. When you offer respect, it often comes back to you, creating healthier, stronger relationships. But remember, being respectful doesn't mean becoming a people pleaser. You can be assertive and still respectful. Part of respecting others includes respecting yourself by setting boundaries and walking away from toxic situations. The Stoics emphasized balance, including the balance between kindness toward others and self-respect. As you go through your day, find ways to show respect in both big and small ways, from attentive listening to polite conversations. Not only will this improve your relationships, but it will also strengthen you as a person. Stoicism reminds us that we are part of a larger community, and mutual respect strengthens the bonds that connect us all. Ultimately, respect isn't just about others. It's about becoming a better, more thoughtful version of yourself. Setting boundaries is about knowing your limits and ensuring others understand them. It's easy to fall into the trap of pleasing everyone or overextending yourself, but without clear boundaries, burnout is inevitable. Stoicism teaches us the importance of protecting our inner peace and focusing on what we can control. Setting boundaries is one of the best ways to maintain that sense of control. First, recognize your limits. What are your non-negotiables? It could be the amount of time you spend at work, how you expect to be treated in relationships, or even small things like not checking emails after a certain time. Knowing your limits keeps you aligned with your values and prevents you from taking on more than you can handle. It's about creating space for yourself to thrive. If you don't set boundaries, people will often push them, sometimes without even realizing it. Communicating your boundaries is key. Whether in a work situation, friendship, or family dynamic, be clear about what you are okay with and what you are not. You don't need to justify or explain your boundaries. A respectful no or "this doesn't work for me" is enough. When you communicate your limits, you're not being rude. You're respecting your own needs and energy. Consistency is crucial when setting boundaries. If you keep shifting them, saying yes when you mean no, or letting people overstep, you erode your sense of control. Stick to your boundaries, and over time, people will respect them. It's not about being rigid but reliable, aligning your actions with your values. Just as you want others to respect your boundaries, it's essential to respect theirs, fostering stronger, healthier relationships. Don't forget, saying no isn't selfish, it's self-care. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control how others react, only how we act. Setting boundaries to protect your peace, focus, and priorities is always the right choice, even if it disappoints others temporarily. In the long run, everyone benefits when you're clear about what you can and can't do. The key takeaway: boundaries are not walls, but guidelines that protect your time, energy, and peace of mind. Identify one area of your life where you need clearer boundaries and take action. Whether it's not checking work emails after a certain time or setting limits in a difficult relationship, make sure your boundaries reflect your values. Enforcing them is a form of respect for yourself and others. Negative energy can come from many sources: people, habits, environments, or even your thoughts. And if left unchecked, it can drain you. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on what we can control and letting go of what doesn't serve us. Eliminating negative energy is about reclaiming your mental space for positivity, growth, and resilience. Start by examining the people around you. Who lifts you up and who brings you down? Often, we hold on to relationships out of obligation. But if someone constantly brings negativity into your life, consider limiting your contact. The Stoics valued quality over quantity in relationships. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you positively. Negative energy can also come from within, in the form of negative self-talk. If you find yourself doubting or criticizing yourself, shift your focus. Challenge those negative thoughts by focusing on what could go right. Remind yourself of your strengths and be mindful of your internal dialogue. Stoicism teaches us that controlling our inner world is essential to overcoming negativity. Your environment plays a role too. A cluttered, disorganized space can contribute to stress without you even realizing it. Decluttering your physical space can help clear your mind as well. Create an environment that reflects the energy you want in your life, even if it's just organizing your workspace or home. Negative habits are another source of draining energy. Whether it's procrastination, unhealthy routines, or mindless distractions like endless scrolling on social media. Take an honest look at your daily habits and identify what adds value to your life and what doesn't. Replace negative habits with positive ones like reading, exercising, or simply resting. Cutting out negative energy isn't about creating a problem-free life. It's about being intentional with your energy. It may require making difficult choices such as letting go of toxic relationships or confronting negative thoughts. But by clearing out negativity, you create space for growth, positivity, and peace. The Stoics believed that the quality of life depends on our ability to manage what's within our control. While you may not always be able to avoid negative energy, you can control how you deal with it. Take a moment to reflect on what is the biggest source of negativity in your life and take steps to cut it out. Remember, small changes lead to big improvements, and by eliminating negativity, you're making room for a more fulfilling life. Your life is shaped by what you allow and what you eliminate. Every time you prioritize yourself, set boundaries, and protect your energy, you take a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. You have the power to control how you respond to life, and that's where true strength lies.